My name is Gene Solis, and I'm a true believer of Christ. And lived here all through until 1948. Born and raised on a dairy. Worked milk cows, worked in the fields, and then in 1952 I got drafted into the Army. I spent 15 months in Korea, and when I came back from there I got married and changed occupations, became a truck driver, drove truck for 45 years, retired 21 and a half years ago. I'm 83 years old now. Get up morning like 4 o'clock, milk cows, feed them, get all the work done, the bar cleaning and all, and be in school by 9 o'clock in the morning. I did that all the way up until I was 18, 19 years old. And a lot of time we had cows out on pasture somewhere, and we'd be out there in the middle of the rain on a canal bank milking cows out in the corral with a big old coat over our head pouring down rain. But that was our way of life. Back then, you worked or you didn't eat. We was living in Santa Clara. This about 1952, and one day I got a letter in the mail, and it says, "Greetings from your friends and neighbors. You have been inducted into the armed forces." And I thought, boy, I sure got a lot of good friends out here that are sending me off to war. Well, the prayers that I always learn, as long as you say the prayers, prayed to God that He's going to watch over you. And I think that's probably what brought me home safely, because I prayed. Even today, I say my prayers every single day. I started with 8, 9 years, maybe 10 years ago, I started getting sick. My stomach, I kept getting. And so I went to the doctor, and he told me that he was sending me to the hospital right then because my blood count was down to half of what it's supposed to be. So I said, Reed, he said, yeah, you make sure you go straight to the hospital too. He said, I know you can drive because you drove here, so I'm not going to call the ambulance for you. So then later that day, they came in, and my son was there and my grandson, and the doctors said they were going to run some tests on me. So the next day, James said, well, he was going to go home, and he said, I'm going to be back later, Dad. Well, he come back later, and he brought his Bible with him, and I had never read the Bible. And he told me, he said, Dad, you better read this. So I made a promise right then to read the Bible, and I read it from cover to cover and prayed to God to save me. And my grandson and all were there, and everybody was praying together. The next day, the doctor come in, and he says, I don't know what happened, but I don't know if the test went bad or what, but they didn't find nothing on you. He said, well, what do you mean? He said, no, we checked your stomach, there's no cancer. I said, that's right, because the man upstairs is watching over me, and he said, this ain't going to nothing happen like that to me. And I thank the Lord, and this has been 8 years ago, and up to today, my tests have all come clean. And I thank the Lord every day for me being able to leave me be here with my family. And due to all the prayer, and my family, cousins and them were praying for me. And I think due to all the prayer is what really saved me. And up till today, prayers is what's keeping me going like I am. I follow my grandson's baseball games. I go to celebrations. I go to street fairs, everything. My name is Gene Solis, and I'm a true believer of Christ. And I believe that my prayers, even today, is what's keeping me alive. And I thank the Lord every day for it.